Let's move on to Spurs, shall we? Who seem to be turning into a little bit of Juventus light, Gam. Bentancur, Kulusevski confirmed. I suppose if you were to put a negative slant on this, you would suggest that they didn't pull up many trees at Juventus. Why would they do so at Tottenham?
That's one way to look at it. I think, there's different reasons. I think Bentancur I thought was exceptional 2-3 years ago. Clearly lost his way, but, he's still a guy who's 24 years old, has nearly 50 caps for Uruguay. And clearly, you got to look at where are they operating, who are they replacing? And you look at Spurs midfield, the competition is Højbjerg, Skip, and Winks. So I think that is an upgrade there. Not an enormous price for a guy who's still, like I said, 24 years old. Kulusevski came over. He cost a lot of money when he came to Juve. It was Pirlo's Juve. He didn't really have a position. They struggled to figure out how exactly to use him because he has such an unusual skill set. Here's a guy who's tall and wiry and runs at people from wide positions. Is he an attacking midfielder? Is he a winger? Is he a forward? Is he a striker? I don't think that was ever really settled. With Allegri, he had less of an opportunity. Obviously, he still had Chiesa and Cuadrado and Dybala and people like that. So he's kind of on the outside. But, he's still only 21 years old. He's very raw. He's a big upside player. And again, from their perspective, Conte probably looks at this and says, man, I can turn this guy into a world beater. But even if he's not, again, the competition, once you get past Heung-min Son and Lucas Moura, he just needs to be better than Steven Bergwijn.
Spurs are the only team in this race for the top four that have actually brought in any players. Do they make a big enough difference to make you change your mind regarding as to whether or not they'll finish in a Champions League place?
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons that they brought players in is for some of the reasons that Gab mentioned there in terms of player personnel, but also to appease, in some sense, a restless manager, and Antonio Conte, who is a top quality manager who knows that squad is not good enough. And listen, Kulusevski's a loan at the moment, and Bentancur, in today's market, that's not massive money.
Right.
For a guy with as many caps for Uruguay, with that experience at 24, I like this business from Tottenham. Kulusevski fits the bill because, yeah, it can be a bit frustrating because where's his best position? I think he'll probably play him wide-ish. But he fits the bill because he's a grafter, he's a worker. And if Conte says to him, go and run through those trees over there, he's going to go for it. He's not the slacker. He's not somebody who has to worry about attitude. And he might be able to start getting a tune out of him like what we saw in the early days of his transfer at Juventus. Bentancur is a good screen for the back line. He's very experienced for one so young. He has fallen off at Juventus. He's a good passer of the ball. He's not going to get you goals from middle of the park. His record will tell you that. But he's an upgrade. And I think, to your initial question to Gab was, they're not pulling up any trees at Juventus. No, but they are better than what Tottenham have.
Right.
And I think that is the key. And they're going to be working under a manager who clearly wants this club to be going on one way.
They're going to finish top four?
I think they've got a better chance now. I'm going to say yes-ish.
Yes-ish. That sounds
Man United
definitive.
worry me. I think West Ham will fall away.
Right.
Arsenal, I'm there or thereabouts. Man United would concern me. There's more problems at that club off the field. We know. I'm not going to go into that. They could implode at any time. But I just think these two at least give Antonio Conte some extra bodies to pick from, some more experience, and some more pieces to the jigsaw. So I'm 50-50 on it. They have a much better chance. I think it's good business.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.